Hi everyone, welcome to Flosstube number 18, I believe. My name is Ymir. I also go by AlmondMnMs. I first off want to say welcome. I do know that there are a few new friends here, so I wanted to introduce myself formally and just say welcome and thanks for stopping by. And then for those that are returning, hi again. But yeah, I'm not sure how this video is gonna go because my homeboy DJ neighbor from downstairs has been going at it all morning, and it is 12 and change, 12:30 noon. So we'll see how much mercy he has over me today, because it's been very hard to film and not have a large amount of music going on in the background. So we'll see what happens. We'll just play it by ear and just go with the flow. I may have to piece things together, but we'll see. Hopefully we can get things done. Sorry for the crinkles. Hopefully we can get things done. I am hoping that this video is short, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be long. I haven't recorded in about 3 weeks, I want to say, definitely before the new year. So happy new year, happy post-inauguration day, positive vibes, everything big plus plus. And a lot of things has been going on within the past few weeks that I definitely wanted to chat everyone in about, and just roll with the punches. So there has been a few comments about my DJ neighbor, and I figured I would give you the gossip. But yeah, before I get into that, before anything, this video, this channel is about cross stitching and all the little tiny things. If you don't know that yet, welcome. You're just gonna find itsy witsy tiny stitches and everything, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna fill you in on that a little bit later. But first, gossip. So as most of you guys know, or most of you all know, I've been in the works on getting a new place. A lot of drama going on with that. Positive vibes, keep me in your prayers, keep me in your thoughts, keep me in your everything, your sun salutations and all the goodies, because I really need to I really need to move, for many reasons, but one of them I'm pretty sure you all have now been aware of, because either you noticed it on the last video or I've been sharing it on Instagram, M&Ms. But yeah, so I have a neighbor that lives directly below me. Long story short, that is not his apartment. He came here, I want to say a year ago, from a different state, to bury a family member that previously lived downstairs, and he technically just stayed. So in a way, he's a squatter, not a squatter. And obviously with everything that's been going on because of the pandemic and, you know, all the different laws and things like that, the building hasn't been able to evict people and all that stuff. But a lot of the neighbors and things like that, we've all been complaining, and we really don't even have to complain. I'm pretty sure everybody can hear it. I guess he's a DJ. I say he's a DJ. I think he's a DJ. He acts like a DJ. He is always spinning music, doing the thing on the turntable. I'm not even sure the the terms. He does like all these different types of like tracks of like music, and sometimes he just does like the like whatever the announcements are. I haven't been clubbing in years, so whatever that means. So yeah, so he's been pretty much obnoxious because he'll just do it all night, all day, and it is what it is. I know one funny, not so funny story. The building super was so fed up with this guy that he actually shut off the electricity for his apartment. I guess he went to the circuit breaker box and just shut it off because it's just not okay. So that's pretty much what we usually battle like all the time. Hence why sometimes it takes me a little bit longer to record, because it's not fun to have things in the background, or if you wake up in the morning or you're waking up to music or your whole bed of vibrating, shaking, it's not cool. And recently he decided to move all of his speakers or whatever equipment directly below my room, so it's much worse. So yes, that's pretty much it. That's all I gotta say. It's been 5 minutes in. That's all I gotta say about that said gentleman. So hopefully we can move soon. We're working on it. Hopefully we can move soon and we will have good news on that. But yeah, I know a lot of you wanted to know a little bit of the backstory on that. I do try to make light of the situation and be a little bit funny or sarcastic on social media about it, but it ain't funny and it ain't cute. So if you're a DJ and you have neighbors, don't do that. It's not cool. People work. People need to sleep. But yeah, that's pretty much it on that. I also wanted to speak a little bit about, I'm pretty sure I've noticed a lot of people have trickled over from Modern Folk Embroidery's channel, primarily based off of the video that we recently posted. Well, he recently posted. Sidebar, aren't his editing skills on point? They're like the best. Yeah, so we had a conversation, an awesome inspirational conversation. I had so much fun chit-chatting with Jacob. I'm pretty sure we could have went for days and probably hours, and it's kind of interesting and weird in a way, because when we started talking, it was as if we were like friends. And it was also my first time talking to anyone about cross stitching, because I don't have any stitchy friends that I can like chit chat with. So it was just great bouncing ideas off back and forth and just catching up and like all the good stuff that a lot of people do have the benefit of having when you have a stitchy friend or when you're in a stitchy community. That's why primarily I like love watching the Still City Stitchers or the Sunshine Stitchers with EJ and the rest of the team members. Yeah, so it was just great. I highly encourage, if you have not seen it, which I'm 99.9% sure you have seen it, go and check it out. It was primarily about a forever piece that I'm wishing to start, and it's just a piece that's gonna stay and travel around, so we'll see. Hopefully I can put in the first stitch before I move and I can remember, hey, this section is from that poopy apartment that I lived in. And sidebar, my apartment is not bad at all. It's just the circumstances and the environment of our neighbors. Aside from that, I mean, I love it. I love it. I've been here for a few years and it's awesome. But it's definitely time to move forward and move on. But yeah, so definitely check out the video, and if you did, let me know what you all thought about it. I know I went through a lot of the comments down on his video and I loved a lot of the suggestions. I know he loved a lot of the suggestions. His brain is probably like pouring in with ideas, and why not? It's gonna be great. So I'm super excited for it. We're rooting for an awesome piece, and I'm pretty sure Jacob is not gonna disappoint us, so I'm super excited for that. But yeah, like that's kind of been like the highlight of the year, of the week. I'm super excited for it. I can't wait. I'm just sitting here like, okay, like what fabric I want to use, what floss I want to use, what this, what that. So we'll see what happens. Aside from that, nothing much has been going on aside from being busy at work with a lot of like COVID drama. I mean, we all pretty much have been experiencing it some way, some shape or form. So it's been interesting. I mean, the holiday season is over, the new year's over. I mean, we have a new president, like all of these kind of hallmarks, if that's the word, milestones. I think that's the better word. A lot of these milestones, we've gone through them. So hopefully we can go through a easier hurl within the next few months, and few months of healing and hope and betterness and togetherness and all that positivity. So hopefully we can get there pretty soon, because I know it's been a tough year for me and a lot of us involved. And, you know, I think it's time for us to really turn the chapter. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Aside from that, I have been stitching, have not been stitching. I'm not quite sure. I really don't know how to measure it aside from really sitting down and looking at my counter, because I count all of my stitches. I count them by hand. I use a little handy dandy tally counter. I put it on my finger, and as I'm stitching, because I stitch in hand, I kind of have the habit of just clicking away. So I pretty much know how many stitches I'm stitching per section, because I don't have pattern keeper or anything like that. So I'm gonna have to really sit down and map everything out and just see what's going on. I'm not sure. I haven't set any goals on what I want, like how many stitches I want to do this year. Hopefully I can come up with a goal by the next time we see each other, hopefully. And I'm hungry. But yeah, I'm gonna have to finish this video before I go eat, because I want to make sure that we have a peaceful conversation, or me speaking to you and you commenting below. But yeah, so hopefully I can come up with a realistic goal. I don't know, like off the top of my head, I don't know, like 250,000 stitches. Is that possible? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. If I do the math and it's not realistic, I'll come back next week and I'll come up with a number and we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting to see what the journey is. But since we last spoke till now, I pretty much have been stitching every day, if not every other day. For a week, I did miss a week of stitching because I was just exhausted. A lot of stuff happened around me, in the world, in our country, that I was just kind of like, nah, I'm just gonna sit here and slump into the couch and just zonk out. So that's pretty much what I did. But I do have a few things. I have a new WIP. Well, actually, pause. I had a new year, new start. And it was a restart. It was the Blackwork Save the Stitches from Elizabeth Almond, which I can't show you because we've been packing and moving things around and I don't know where I put it. I think because we were folding and packing everything up, I think like all the clothes, when we folded it, I think we may have like picked it up and like put it in one of the Tupperwares. So I don't know where it's at, and I really don't want to start it over again for a third time. But we'll see. It's gonna be a Where's Waldo of the Save the Stitches situation until we find it. So that was my new year, new start, and yeah, we'll see what happens, where it is, where it went. It's gonna be interesting. And if you haven't realized, this video most likely might be all over the place because I don't have any notes and it's just spewing, whatever the word is, out of my mouth, and coming, whatever's coming to my head, I'm just gonna boop, pop it out. But sidebar, if you've been here for a while, I feel like I briefly spoke about that I've been recording all of my recordings up until today have kind of been in secret. Or actually up until, yeah, I'll say up until today, or probably until my conversation with Jacob, has been pretty much in secret. No one really knows, or no one really knew that I had a Flosstube channel within like my immediate people, my immediate circle, especially my boyfriend who I live with. And for some reason, I thought that he knew. I just thought, okay, like I'll just film when it's convenient, when either before work he's sleeping, because sometimes I'll leave earlier than him, or when he's working and I'm off, just to kind of like really take the time and kind of like sit and chat with you guys and digest everything. But in a way, I also felt like it was kind of like a secret, like he really didn't know. And I feel like it literally took him 18 episodes to realize that I have a floss tube, or that I've been chit-chatting with friends, because I like somehow the conversation came up and I was just like, yeah, like I need to record a video. And he's like, for what? And I'm like, for a floss tube. And he's like, well, what is that? And I'm like, it's YouTube but for cross stitching. And he's like, what? And like literally he didn't understand what I was talking about until I showed him. And then he was just sitting there like, where have I been this whole time? And I'm like, well, you've been in some of my videos. We can hear your mouth, you know, playing video games in the next room. So yeah, like you've been here. So I thought that was funny, and I thought that it would be interesting to share with you all, because he didn't know until 18 episodes later. Now he knows. So we're here now, and it's interesting because now we get to talk about it openly, which I never had a problem with, but I guess he didn't know, so now we're here. But yeah, back to cross stitching. So yeah, I had, aside from the New Year New Start, last week I did a poll on Instagram where, or kind of, yeah, it was a poll, like a poll. It was a poll, kind of like a floss toss situation. I wanted to start a piece. I had my floss or thread or stitching material already in place, and it was the Au Vera Soie Surfine 103. So it's not what I've been using. It's not what I've been using for the coverlet, which that one is the Surfine. This one is more thinner than this one. And I can chit chat about that a little bit later. So I had this in mind, and then I had an option of, I want to say 4 fabrics, and you all selected the Color and Cotton 40 count corn husk, right? That was the majority. I want to say like 50 to 60 people voted on this one, so I went with it. It's a measly start, and I'll show you what the pattern is. It's from Modern Folk Embroidery. My Face ID is not working. It's from Modern Folk Embroidery. It is the Fractor piece, and it's a Fractor Love Sampler, and it looks like these, right? I thought it would be cute to show it, or I thought it would be cute to stitch it. I had a measly start, and 40 count 1/1 shouldn't be a surprise for anyone. But here's my start. I'm gonna put it right here. But I feel like I'm gonna start it over. And realistically, and this is where honesty comes in, I stitch 1/1, as pretty much everybody now knows, because we've been talking about this, or if you haven't heard, I stitch 1/1, and a lot of the counts that I do are higher counts, so between 32, 36 and forward, and 56 and above. But the current piece, the coverlet, I'm stitching it on 40 count, and it's 1/1, but it's the Surfine fabric. I selected this one, and I'm not sure if it's the color or the thickness. The thickness is not a problem for me. I kind of see it as like 2/1 when you're stitching on like a higher count. As far as like coverage, like you're getting that thick coverage, but I'm not sure if I want that. So I walked away from it just because I'm like, I don't know if it's too chunky for this fabric. Not for this fabric, if it's too chunky for the piece itself. So I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna see. I'll sleep on it. I mean, it's not like I don't have any other pieces to work on, but I thought, you know, it's always good to have these types of conversations because, you know, it's realistic. Like it's a thing that we always face. And I mean, frogging, like I said, like I always say, I mean, I hate frogging, but I may have to frog this one. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna continue a little bit more to see how I feel about the coverage. I want to get the rest of the flower. I started on the top left hand side. I always start on the top left because I'm a lefty. So I'm gonna try to get, because this is where I'm at, like the little flower right here. I'm gonna try to get this done to see how it looks and see how thick it looks, and to see also the spacing. I think I'm going somewhere else. To see the spacing between the petals versus the spacing between the petals here. So I'm gonna finish that and just see what happens. And if I don't like it, I may frock it, and I may find an alternative option. Trust me, we have to stitch this one because it's a cool piece and I like it. But yeah, that's pretty much my 2, or technically 1 WIP new start situation, because I really can't prove my hypothetical other one because it's missing. And then the next piece that I've been working on, and I mean, I've been showing it for a while, but I've been obsessed with it, is my Zimmerman Coverlet. Remind me, I have 1 question for you all, and hopefully I don't forget to ask it. And if I forget, call me out. And I also have a response to someone's comment from Jacob's video, so also call me out on that if I forget, because then that means I need to take notes for the next video. So this is where I'm at. So the last time we spoke, I want to say I only had 1 page done. I'm not quite sure. And then the last time, or possibly we had this done. But since speaking to Jacob, I have made it all the way across. So this is going to be the full length versus the full width. So I made it all the way across. I'm only missing on the first page, technically, before the repeat, I'm only missing this little piece here and finishing off the little fringes and the little star here. Hence why I have the hanging thread. But I decided to start, and if you can hear my stomach, I'm sorry about that. I'm hungry. I didn't eat dinner last night. But as you can see, I decided to start down here. I'm over here. I decided to start down here. So what I think I'm gonna do is just continue framing the piece out. I don't know. Continue framing the piece out. You like how I'm holding this? Continue framing the piece out, and then down here, and then work my way in the middle, just because I don't know, I want to. And second of all, I think I'm gonna cut this fabric because look where I'm at. I think I'm gonna cut the fabric just so it could be a little bit easier for me to stitch it. Usually with this, I basically roll the sides a little bit, like tightly roll it, and then I just use these little quilting clips. I clip them, so I get very, 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 like probably like this close, and then I just stitch along. So I mean, I think it's time. Usually I don't cut my fabric because I get very paranoid and I'm like, oh my god, I don't think I have enough length. But your girl got enough length. I already framed the piece, so I think I'm just gonna cut it and then, you know, just work on my way there. The first question that I'm gonna pose to you all is, I've ironed this piece a few times, and granted it's wrinkly now because I was stitching on it earlier, but this crease here, and I'm pretty sure the rest of the piece's creases are not coming off, but this crease right here is not coming off. So if you have any suggestions on how to get creases off, let me know, because soon I'm gonna have to really iron this slash steam it, and we'll see what happens because I can't get that fold off, and it's gonna be interesting. But yeah, here's the last piece. Here's the last that you're gonna see of it, hopefully. Tell me what you think. 1/1, I'm stitching it with the Surfine, Surfine or Au Vera Soie. Shiloh, you're gonna have to coach me on this one again because I forget. Yes, so sorry about that. I lost my charge, so I had to plug myself back in. Yeah, so we were talking about, I lost my train of thought. So we were talking about Floss Surfine. The second thing that I wanted to chat about was, and I also noticed because when I watched the video, when Jacob and I were talking, he asked me a question about starting and ending my threads. And I blew through that question and I didn't answer it, and he didn't hold me accountable for it. So I'm sorry for that. So I figured I would just come also here and just really give a brief recap of how I do it. There's two different ways. And I know I need to be a little bit better about how I handle my pieces as far as just even like starting and finishing it, because I want them to travel over time and I want to pass them along, and I want them to eventually become archival pieces, whether it's within my family or I don't know, like I want them to be here for a long time. So I mean, as I said in the video with Jacob, and I'm pretty sure as most of you already know, I'm no expert. I'm not a Jean Farish. I'm not a Jen Hicks. Like I don't have that much experience under my belt, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna be like, slap on your hand because you're doing something. I don't want to say I'm doing it wrong, but you know, like I could do it a little bit better. But you know that this is where honesty and transparency comes through, and you know, nothing is perfect. So the first way that I do it is, I think it's a pin stitch, but it's really not a pin stitch. I'm not quite sure. I may have to do a little bit more research on that, because I know when you're doing a pin stitch, you can kind of like pin the thread or the needle through one of the threads of the fabric, but that's not what I'm doing. So what I do is I come up, I start my thread and I start from the bottom. So I come up, I hold the tail, right? And then I just start stitching while I'm holding the tail. So over time, technically I'm tacking the piece, the floss down by stitching over it. That's the first way I do it. The second way that I sometimes do it when I'm trying to be very clean about everything, is I do my first leg. I still have the little tail hanging, or I can do it either from the bottom or from the top. Usually I like to do it from the top. So I'll start from the top, put my thread through. I still have a little bit of the tail. I come up, right? And then I go down on my first hole, right? So I came up, I'm here, came up, and I'm going back down here. I go down on my first hole where the thread is hanging off of, right? So I come, thread is hanging, hole, right? Thread is hanging, hole, come up where my thread is supposed to be, right? Go back down where the first hole was at. And then when I'm doing my second leg, I just come up and cross it over, right? So there I'm tacked down. I snip the thread, and then I just continue. Usually it will be surrounded by other stitches. So by the next time when I have to do, say this is the first box, second, third, when I have to do my fourth box, you already have a dirty hole, what people call it. And that being said, I already have the legs from this square, and this square already pushing the thread down, meaning that I'm leaving the little stubble in the back. And those are the only ways that I do it. And sometimes, to be honest with you, I just hold it and I just keep on going, and then eventually I just go back and snip it. When I end the thread, I kind of do the same thing. I'm not neat about it at all. I basically weave through the back and then give myself enough like length, just weaving through, and then I just cut it. That's pretty much what I do. And my pieces in the back don't look as cute as what you may think. And this is what my pieces look in the back. I mean, when I have a chance, I always go back and just clean it off, and that's pretty much it, you know. It's pretty much what I do. This here is my basting. Don't judge that one. But yeah, that's pretty much what I do. Like, it's nothing, I don't know, it's nothing, how do I say it? It's nothing complicated that I do, but it's mainly because that's the only way I learn. And I really haven't really taken the time to go back and really learn how to like do it like tip-top shape. But I do apologize for my ugly backs, but that's pretty much how I do it. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of videos out there. I know Shiloh from X Stitch MD has a video. I know Jean Farish. I know Jen Hicks. And I want to say the Needlebug may have videos on how to just start and finish your threads, and I highly suggest for you all to check that out. I know it may not be 1-over-1, but just kind of like apply it to what suits you. That's how I do mine, and it works for me, and that's pretty much how I just go about my day and just continue the whole situation. But that's pretty much it about my stitching. I'm hoping to finish this by February. I know I said I was giving myself 2 months, but I mean, I think 2 months is just too much. So I'm gonna like push through and try to finish it before my 30th birthday. So we'll see. February 22nd is my deadline, so let's see what happens. I need to like push through. We'll see. I would say give maybe a week per page. I keep on looking this way, I might as well show. Maybe a week per page, and let's say I got 1, 2, 3, 4, so 4 weeks. Do you think I can do it? Let me know if you think that I can do it. I'm really enjoying the stitch. It's like I really enjoy it, and especially the meaning that it has behind it. It comes from Ellen's family, Ellen Reed from El Poo. or maximum hour cross stitch here on Flosstube. It's a wonderful story. It's been in her family for many years. Definitely check the story out. And I think every single time I stitch it, I'm always like, oh, Helen. And obviously, because a lot of the proceeds were donated as well, a portion of the proceeds were donated to the Red Door in Toronto. Don't quote me, I may be wrong. But yeah, like I've been enjoying it, so hopefully I can finish it by February, and then I can build up and start a new project. I've been pretty monogamous with it, so we'll see what happens. I'm not gonna show my 56 count 1/1 the Bristol sampler because I really haven't done anything on it at all since we last spoke, and you probably already saw it with Jacob. So if you haven't, you can see what the updates on that one is. Aside from that, pretty much nothing else to share. I've been yapping for close to 30 minutes or a little bit over 30 minutes because I lost my charge, so I can't see what I did before. So I wanted to talk a little bit about haul. So I haven't been shopping much, which I need to start shopping. Why? And this is gonna sound bad. Why I need to start I need to start shopping for fabric, and it's only because a lot of people rewind. First off, I want to say thank you to everyone for their amazing positivity, positive messages, welcoming, like everything like that I've been receiving within the past week has been awesome. Like, you guys are amazing. You all are amazing. I know this community is awesome, but really experiencing it on an individual basis, or experience me being on the receiving end, has been amazing. So definitely thank you for that. Thank you for coming over, subscribing, all the messages, all the comments, all the goodies. Thank you so much. I'm super grateful and excited about that. But piggybacking off of that, and I should have responded to everybody's comments. If I haven't responded, it's because I didn't see it. Definitely give me a nudge, and I would love to interact with you, because new friends, new stitchy friends. But that segues into, you see how I'm like all over the place because I don't have notes. I literally don't have notes, and this is like horrible. I'm very organized on everything minus doing these videos, because I'm like, oh my god, I gotta hurry up and do it before this guy starts blasting his music. So the reason why I'm saying I need to start buying stuff, and it's mainly fabric, is because there's been a few people that are like, oh my god, I scored 56 count, or oh my god, I scored 46 count, 40 count. And I'm like, whoa, you're buying it all up, which is great. It really helps the LNSs or the online needle workshops, where they can, sell, but also they're probably like, why is everybody wanting 56 count fabrics? Like, what's going on? So I need to like stash up, because and I mean, that is my goal for the year. I need to call a few shops and stash up, because the next apocalypse, I'm ready. I'm ready to go. So you're not gonna catch me sleeping. So that's pretty much what I want to shop for this year. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna be doable. I mean, we all do it all the time. But speaking about that, I wanted to share a little bit about things that I shopped for. I don't remember when, because it just came in, but this was definitely before the holiday. Sorry for the crinkles. So I need to order more of this, because so far the coverlet, I've already used one full one, and I'm on the second one. So I'm a little bit worried, and I did one full roll, I want to say, with these three, or three and this. So I may run out on the second one by the time I'm on my last page. So we're gonna have a problem, because this is also the same exact floss that I'm using for the Bristol. So I may have to order like 3 more, which is a bummer, because I waited so long for the current package that I am going to show you. So it's going to be interesting what happens with this. I may have to just pay overprice and like get it on eBay or something. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. But as if I didn't learn my lesson more, I ordered 3 of the Surfine. These are like purple. This reminds me of Shiloh's, I think I have thread in my mouth. Yes. I'll show you what thread it is. This reminds me of Shiloh's the course? The purple one that she just did. Look, it's Surfine. Awesome. Super excited to use it. Sorry, I keep on getting interrupted. So I got this one. Then I also got the 103. It's more of an emerald. I think I'm channeling a Shiloh situation here because I have the pretty much jewel tones here. Maybe, perhaps. So yeah, I ordered this purple and the emerald. Awesome, love it. I may just have to order the rest of it so I can figure out what projects I want to do, and that's pretty much it. I also don't remember ordering this at all. I ordered some Tudor silks, some Gloriana Tudor silks, vintage teal. I just got this package, I want to say a few days ago. I don't remember none of this, so this is pretty awesome. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use it, but I'm still gonna keep it because I have started to dye floss. More to come on that, but yeah, so I might not use this, but I'll keep it because I mean, why not? I also ordered more. I ordered Midnight as well. It's like a dark blue. Hopefully it's from the same dye lot. Check that out. I think it's from the same dye lot. So I ordered these. I don't remember ordering them, but you know, that's what happens when you late night shop, because that's what I do. Or when your stuff is backed up and you don't remember not a thing of what you ordered. The second thing that I actually purchased was, and here is my, the second thing that I purchased was Whisper. I purchased a ton of Whisper. Hence that's what was on my mouth, not hair. Hairs. So I purchased a bunch of this, and it's primarily because I'm not a holiday girl. Frankly, I'm not a anything girl, but I do have a few patterns. I want to say 2 that are like holiday snow. So I wanted to use these for snow, but also use these for clouds. And it's interesting because I see a lot of people stitching, and I don't know, this is my first say per se on it. I see a lot of people stitching, you know, with a white floss or whatever, you know, a snow colored floss. I see them stitching snow with that, and I'm always like, have you tried using Whisper to make it fuzzy, because snow is fuzzy? So this is why I got it, because I want to make my pieces fuzzy. Snow and clouds. Idea, anybody? So yeah, that's pretty much what I ordered and that I got. This was before the new year. This was placed a hot minute ago, but it's fine because we're supporting our online shops. Aside from that, I also got my Knit Crate subscription. I haven't opened it yet. I got this yesterday, so I'm gonna open it with y'all. Sorry for the crinks. Ooh, Yes. Okay, so this is Shadows. January 2021. Yes. Yes. So if you haven't known, or if you don't know, I'm a lefty and I've been having issues on dealing with socks. I know how to knit. I've knitted before, but not in a round. So I'm having issues joining it. So I don't know. I need to figure my life out. But everybody keeps on telling me that it's easy to do and whatever the case may be. But a lot of the videos that I find are for righties. So that's currently my situation. But I need to figure it out because this yarn is amazing. So yeah, so this is the theme for the month. They put a stress ball in here. My other stress ball is yarn. How cute is that? My boyfriend isn't home today, so he's gonna get hit with these when he comes home. Look, twinkle toes. Like, what? Look at that. Like, hello. This is like RMG. Look at it. I need to figure out my life with this whole situation of joining in the round. I don't want to give up because I don't give up, but if I do give up, I'm gonna end up just crocheting it because I'm a much faster crocheter than a knitter because I haven't knitted in forever. But look at that. Look at it. And this is the brand. The colorway is Twilight. Yeah, the colorway is Twilight. Say what? So good. So good. So good. I need to do this. I need to do it. I'm convinced I need to do it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Aside from that, I am hoping to film in 2 weeks. Hopefully have a lot of progress going on with my coverlet because I am off all week, so I'm gonna have a little bit more time, and I think the 24 hours of cross stitch is coming up this week, so maybe I can do a binge session, so it's gonna be exciting. And then perhaps I may come a little bit sooner to make a few announcements, so we'll see what happens. Definitely feel free to reach out to me if I haven't answered any questions because of my rambling. Definitely comment or reach out as whichever way you would like. You're more than welcome. If you have any questions, concerns, anything, definitely reach out. As I said, and I'll always say, this is what we're here for. Well, for me, this is what I'm here for. If you have any questions, I will answer them. I'm not holding back at all. So definitely don't feel shy to reach out. I'm here. And that's pretty much it. I think, yeah, I don't have anything else to share. Guys. Yeah, so see you in 2 weeks. It's been a pleasure. Once again, thank you for all of the love, and I'm super excited to see what happens, and to see where this year takes us. Hopefully more health, more success, and definitely a lot of stitching. Hopefully not under the circumstances of 2020, but healthy stitching. So yeah, I hope to see you all next time. Hasta luego. Bye.